This is episode number 26 of the Leg It podcast with myself, Tom Wickstead.
Me, Andy Grant.
Now, listen up, you crazy motherfuckers. This episode of the podcast is sponsored by Liverpool One. So, Liverpool One have got a Summer of Champions, and it's sort of split into three sections. So, the three sort of key things that that Liverpool One sort of want to push out and we're helping them with is, first off, they've got a free programme of activities on Chavez Park for all the family. So that's an opportunity for kids to bring kids down, try new activities. You've got kids, Jazza, haven't you?
Yeah, loads of them. I can't
So and you, Andy, went down, didn't you?
Yeah, I took Alba down, yes, stood there on the podium.
Yeah.
She loved. So, yeah, it's all looking like it's going to be good.
So they've got a free programme of activities down there. So make sure you go and check those out as well. They are also committed to supporting future champions, and we've got a champion here with ourselves here, and they are running a competition which gives the opportunity for children's sports clubs to win a share of £20,000, which can be used for kit, equipment and tournament fees. They want clubs or teams to share their victory celebrations. So maybe you could recreate Peter Crouch's robot, or Mo Salah's yoga pose, or like I said last time, just fucking freestyle it up. Or the floss or the dab. So visit the Liverpool One website for more details on how to enter. So it's a really good opportunity for if you're part of a sports club that maybe is struggling for finance or anything like that. As it's always difficult.
Can this be football or boxing clubs?
Anything, mate, yeah. Any sports clubs.
So they're donating 20,000. So you'll win a share of that £20,000. So all you have to do is go to liverpool-one.com, and then finally the third section, they come in this week, which this goes out on a Monday, which will be Monday the 29th. So this week they've got James Dixon on the 2nd of August at Chavez Park, 12 to 4 p.m. And James is a UK Deaf Sport ambassador. He is a cricketer. So go and check him out. Dan Purvis is on the 5th of August. Basically, Dan is a gymnast. He also helped Team GB basically play a major role in winning them a bronze medal in the 2012 Olympics as well. And then, you know Natasha Jonas, don't you, Andy?
Yeah. You know as well, Jazza? Yeah. No, Natasha well.
On the 8th of August at Waterstones, 3 to 4 p.m. And the 9th of August as well, at Chavez Park, 12 to 4 p.m. And then on the 16th of August, Liverpool's fucking Usain Bolt, Andy Grant, 1 till 2 p.m. at Chavez Park on the 16th of August. And Blue Coat. What's Blue Coat?
I don't actually know 100% where it is.
Oh, right, okay. It's at 5 to 6 p.m.
I will find out where it is by then.
But yeah, so Summer of Champions for Liverpool One. If you're struggling to take your kids anywhere, you don't know what the hell to do with them, then go to Liverpool One, liverpool-one.com, and then obviously you can meet a champion. You can, if you're a sports team, you can win a chance to get 20 grand, a share of 20 grand, and also take your kids down to Chavez Park, free programme of activities.
And it just so happens that we have our newly crowned champion on the podcast. Jazza Dickens is back, without doubt. Was one of the most popular guests that we've had so far. And I think thanks to Liverpool One and the sponsorship with the Summer Champions, it felt good to get Jazza back on after being to his recent fight, which he was victorious. So welcome back.
Thanks for having me on.
Namaste, Famalam.
Famalam for coming down the fight. I appreciate the support.
Oh, mate, it was great. We had a great time.
Yeah, we did. We talked about it last episode. So we sort of mentioned it for like 15-20 minutes, and mate, I was nervous for you. Like, I've been to charity boxing events before, and I've had a friend fighting a charity boxing event, but mate, I don't know what your family must have been thinking.
Yeah, my alpha, he does me head in because he sits there like that anxious. I think he's not even going to fight. Look at the state of him.
So I was watching on your Instagram like a week before. Obviously, there was a big run up to the fight, which was on the... What date was it? The
16th, was it?
12th of July. It was a Friday anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm actually quite interested, like, the run up to the fight, because we last had you on, I think it was in May or a little bit before that when we last had you on, which you were still in the camp, weren't you?
Yeah, I was just starting. I was going into my camp. Just started my camp and was going into it before I started my hill running, if you remember. Yeah.
So what was that camp like then? It was 8 weeks of just craziness, or
grueling, Groundhog Day. But it's not just that you see results though. Throughout that, you see results. You can see it just as why is the world so bad and why am I getting punished? Though you can see like your results, your lap times getting faster on the hills, your speed getting, your fitness more in the gym, you're sparring more rounds, your head movements coming on, you're getting faster, you're getting sharper. So you see the improvements all the way through. You know, gives you confidence, and if you switch off from the real world and go right into that, you feel great.
What kind of level are you starting with? What's your base level? Because again, what we got from last time, you live your life as a kind of champion already. So when you're going into that camp, are you already going in at kind of maybe 80-90% already?
Yeah. So on my watch, you said yesterday, I dip below 40. Normally at BPM, dip below 40, but that's me at the camp.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's like practically dead.
I had to bang me out and wake myself up.
Jesus.
That's what I'm going in at. The lowest has been like 28. 28. That was
28 beats per minute. You've got your heart rate down to.
That was just waking up out of bed, yeah. But
so a beat every 2 seconds. So 1, 2.
Mine's about 650. My thingy. Rest than one. I thought I was
could have been that might be midday though, I don't know. But that could have been where I was maybe overtrained, I don't know, but that's what it was. I remember it and I think, wow, that is low.
So
average you get down to like 32, 30, 33 when I'm fit.
So you were going into the camp already feeling
Yeah.
Fuck.
32 beats a minute.
That's one thing though that Ricky I never used to do that. Did he used to bloat, didn't he, between fights?
Yeah, well I used to too, but I always stem my fitness. So you can be fit as well. I never stopped training.
Yeah.
So fitness is my thing. Only now I've had the awareness of you can miss opportunities through going overweight. So you get the call, do you want to fight in 6 weeks? I can't, I'm too heavy.
Yeah.
So I've moved up a weight now, so I'll always be ready to take opportunities and I'll always be fit ready.
Yeah.
Because you're training all the time. Can't stay out of the gym.
Did you worry about like overtraining?
Yeah, big time. So that last fight, because for the first fight, I had a fight just before it. So I'd trained for 10 weeks for that camp. 10 or 12 weeks for that camp. I had 1 week off and then went back into another 10-week camp. So that's like 23 weeks of training with one in between. So how do you keep your peak for that long, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to cut off 2 weeks before this fight and just do a little bit in the gym. The week of the fight I only trained twice and that was just 2 runs. I couldn't go anything over sharpness, so I had to hold back. So this time I've had to take 2 weeks off the gym because I'm going to fight in 10 weeks. So I've had to take 2 weeks off the gym this time so I can lose fitness. But I can't just do nothing. I just can't. I'd rather die. So now I've just been running and doing bits of yoga.
But before this last fight, didn't you break your hand?
Yeah, 2 weeks before the fight.
You kept that quiet?
I have to, not because anyone will find out, just because I'd accept that I've got a broken hand. So how am I going to win a fight with a broken hand in my mind? So I have to, I always say, if people are sick, they go to the doctor, don't they, and ask the doctor to repair them. If I'm sick, I go to my prayers and ask the Lord to repair me, you know. So that's how I deal with it. So I asked the Lord in my prayers, what's going on here? Why am I got a broken hand 2 weeks before potentially my biggest fight? And I got told it was all part of the plan and just go with it. It's going to be all right, you know. And I probably, a lot of people have said to me, that was your best performance I've seen, boxing-wise. So maybe it was to jab more. Maybe because I only had my jab. I have to jab more, I don't know.
Mate, that is some faith to have that, mate. Because, you could easily think fucking hell, why? Just give me a break, God, you know, this is, you know what I mean?
2 weeks.
So we're in the press conference and they're saying this is a genuine 50-50 fight, and I'm sitting there thinking, fuck off, 50-50 fight, I've only got one. I'd kill him if I had to. Oh, that's how I felt.
How did you break your hand then?
In sparring. I thought, in my head, I'm going to knock him out now, he's wide open, he's got his, I'm told the shot over the top, and in my head he just goes down before the tonic, but then when it did throw, he never went down, and fucking, and me knuckle, I felt my knuckles just breaking.
So you know, with sparring, are you going?
I just knew it was broken.
Like fully at it. Like, are you properly killing each other in the spars in the weeks, say 4 or 5 weeks leading up?
No, until somebody gets the upper hand, if that makes sense. So you fight competitively at any level. So you fight until this is how I spar. I'll fight competitively until I get the upper hand. I won't take my foot off the gas until I do. If I do get the upper hand, I won't keep on putting it on someone like that, and then take the pressure off. But it's good for you both to
go for it.
Yeah, that's what you both want. You both want that hard sparring. Because
you hear stories, don't you? And you say like, oh, it's meant to be that kind of what happens in the gym stays in the gym when it comes to sparring, isn't it? Yeah. But does it get that bit like where, because obviously not everyone's going to get along, do you get people sparring and you think, I don't like him, I want to fucking try and batter him, and did you get that in when people,
you do, yeah.
And it has to kind of just get left there?
Because sometimes some people like can be disrespectful in sparring, they like drop their hands and put the chin out and stuff like that, so that's a sign of disrespect, I find. So in that situation you would think, well, they deserve it. I don't need to hold back because they're inviting me to do that, you know what I mean? In that situation. That's only if you don't know the person personally. Other times, yeah, you sort of have that respect.
Yeah.
You go there with that respect, and that we're both going to learn off each other, yeah. We're both going to help each other get the best out of each other.
Sorry.
No, go on, mate.
So when you hit this lad in sparring, broke your hand, what was it? Was it Derry there? Did you speak to Tony Bell? You after? What did you say to any of them? Did you say I've done something here or?
No, I just done the next 5 rounds, and then.
You carried on the sparring still?
It was only in round 5. We were doing 10 round spar. So.
But surely though that doesn't matter. The sparring. Surely you would have went, mate, I've fucking hit my hand here.
I don't know. In my mind, it was the sparring. There's no.
So you carried on the sparring?
Yeah, and then
fucking
2 days later, done another 10 round spar and just used one hand and worked on the end.
Fucking insane.
Looking back now. I don't like coming here because you talk sense. But yeah, the next 2 days done the same thing.
Sorry, when you said you broke your hand, I thought there would have been this big dramatic story where you go, fuck, stop everything.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
No, because you go in there, there's no point stopping. You've got that momentum. You want to win, you've already made your mind up that you're going to win. Anything going home. I didn't even tell me family. I've got a hot wax machine in the house, which repairs like tendons and stuff like that. Put your hands in. Have you seen them, the hot wax machines?
No.
It's good for like repairing tendons and stuff like that. And just put my hands in that all the time, icing it. But I didn't say my hands broke. I knew it was broke. I had said it, but that was... Didn't go to the doctor, not like that. It was pointless because I was going to win the fight. I was going to get through the fight however I could, however I had to. But when I was wrapping the hands up, I just wrapped it dead tight. But even in the warm-up, we never used it. We never used it once in the warm-up. It's just... I knew I had to throw it because it was better for me to get a sore left hand than it was to get a sore head. When he realises my hand's done in and he's piling in with big shots, you know what I mean? So I just thought, I have to let it go every now and again just to... offset him, but wasn't I knew it was going to hurt before he even landed it sometimes. So it is what it is. I got to win it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And it was all part of the plan.
Like, what talk me through? So, like, during the height of the camp, then, like, what did a normal day look like for you then?
Up at 6, Everton Hills, coffee first thing in the morning. Coffee first thing, coffee.
Say hello to the family I'm on Instagram. I fucking love that.
Yeah, of course, get me social media fix.
For anyone who doesn't follow Jazza, follow him because it's fucking hilarious.
Don't look at my nipples.
The stories are brilliant.
Don't look at my nipples.
Yeah, so this is, get me coffee and get back to a few messages straight away in the morning. People will think, is he up off his cake? Why is he messaging at 5 a.m? Well, then go for me run, come back and then go to the gym. And then after I come back, I do strength and conditioning with the university, John Moores University. I've had me in working with them. And then
what do you do? When you say strength and conditioning, what are you doing there?
So they do the normal thing, but it'd be like they test it. They've got things linked up to machines, so you get your what do you call it? Your to make it more velocity times.
Your VO2 max.
They do that on the treadmill with the mask on. They do loads of things. So they get your power. So they want your speed and your power both going up. So
and then over the past, like they analyse it and then it keeps you there, and then you can see.
They have to do exercises to bring the speed along with the power. So you go from a pushing session, what's hard, where the power's all here, and then you go straight onto something like a machine where you punch dead fast or throw a ball, explosive, to carry both of them. Because a lot of us have only good at one area. So we're good with speed, or some of us are really good with power. But you have to in boxing, it's not speed or power, it's both, innit? The man with both, who's stronger, who's faster, that's who wins. So you've got to work on both things. But they're good at it. They've got it all written down. Everything's on computers, and they're getting personal best every time. It's good.
Are you one of those people who, you give you a set of orders and you're like, right, sound, I know what to do? Or would you prefer to have a bit more of your own say? Or are you like a bit more military and think, yeah, there's the orders, I know what I've got to do?
In that situation with the university, I'm a monkey. I'm a test monkey. So they know what they're doing. They've done it before. I'm lucky to have their input, so I just go with it, whatever they tell me. Yeah. And at the end of the camp, they showed me it, and everything was improvement. I was like, so I personal best on that and that. It was a good feeling for me. It was nice.
That's got to be a confidence booster, that, hasn't it?
Yeah, it was confidence boosting, definitely.
You're going into that fight thinking, I'm the fittest I've ever been. Now I'm the strongest. Yeah.
Personal best there.
I've just got one hand though.
Yeah. 2 weeks before they had to stop. I had to stop and do pull-ups and nothing like that. The arm was just gone. So I had to stop 2 weeks before the fight on the strength condition. But I told you I had personal best all the way up until that. So it was in a better place than I was previously.
Yeah. So you've done the strength and conditioning and then run back home, or?
No, I was only run in the morning. And I'm lucky really because it's the end of my street, so everything's based around me. The Everton Hills are half a mile away from my house, the gym's half a mile away from my house, and the strength conditioning, John Moores University is the same, half a mile away from my house, so everything's just located around me.
And then from there do you go back to the gym?
No, I'll go sleep then.
You go sleep?
Yeah, because it's like 6 o'clock then. 7 o'clock I'm going to bed. So I'm being up since 5. My days are shorter than the average person because I'm up early. I have to go to sleep, so I'm in bed for like 6 p.m. to settle down, to go to sleep for 8, to get up for 4 or 5, 9 hours sleep. Is it 9 or 11? so sleep 18 hours.
Yeah, about 9 hours kept, then you're getting.
So I'm in bed early. I'm in bed when it's still light. What do you call it? Earplugs?
Yeah.
Off the with the workies wear. Put them in my ears.
How do you find that with kids then?
I was just about to ask that.
It's hard, especially when they're crying of a morning on the school run. If you have another hour, you can't get the rest. Or what I find is hard is the emotional side to when the kids say, I've got my own bedroom, I have to sleep in my own bed. But the door's only had tick, do you know what I mean? It's wood, so I still heard him crying. I still heard him being cheeky to the mum. And the control freak inside me wants to go down and shut them up. And give them that respect for the man. But I can't, I've got to be up soon, so I need to sort of put everything off till I'm out of camp, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so, I struggle with it. I do struggle with it. So I'm asleep. I get woke up at like 12, not 12, about 11 o'clock. If the kids are up late, I get woke up at 11 o'clock in the night when they're going to bed. No, when they're resisting bed at 11 o'clock in the night. And I'm asleep, so that'll wake me up. So little things like that. I have to sleep with things in my ears and that. But the end of the last 2 weeks, I went to my alpha. My alpha lives on his own. So I went and stayed in this for the last 2 weeks of this fight. Because it was so important. I had to get this win because it opened big doors for me. He was ranked in the top 10 in the world and he was a good fighter, so I had to do a good job. So I went and stayed out for the first time. Didn't think I'd ever do that, but it worked out perfect. All the rest I got was good. Like,
yeah, I saw you a week before. You were just like, it felt like you were waiting around, which I thought that must have been fucking horrible because like you just, especially like you've mentioned, you can't really stay still and like you're having to just wait for this date of Friday at 10 p.m.
Yeah, that was that peaking too early. a bit too early, so we just had to hold me fitness, because, you know, with the running, it's so easy to go off the edge, you know.
Yeah, my running coach Tony used to say that he had this saying. He used to say the hay is in the barn, I think he used to say, and it's like, you know, when a farmer's doing the field and it's like it's done, like forget about it. It's like, you know, and it stops your overtraining. I'm sure it's the hay is in the barn, he'd say, and it'd get you to, he'd be like, just relax,
like forget about it now.
Yeah, the hard work's done. It's in the barn, it's done. You don't have to worry about it. It's done. But it's hard though, isn't it? Because you're like, you're chomping at the bit and you want to. Although,
like with fights as well, you get a bit anxious. A lot of immature fighters can also go say, fuck this fucking pressure, it's getting to me. I'm going to run 4 miles, you know what I mean? Just flapping it, don't know what to do. And all the emotions are overcoming them, they need some release. They can go and fuck it all up by just doing one little run, overtraining. Feeling that good, the sprinting at the end, they've used the peak on the road or in the gym, so it's so important that you understand where you are and why you're cutting back, that the hay is in the barn.
And are you one of these people where it's just like, listen, I've got confidence in my own ability, I know I can, you know, I'm good, or are you thinking, what's he doing? And you kind of trying to find out how his training's going, or?
No, never
really,
no. I didn't watch him. I didn't even watch him this fight.
Didn't even analyse, no.
Nothing at all. So when I fought my last fight against Nasibi Ramadan, I was supposed to fight him, and he his manager agreed to the fight, and he never, for some reason, so it didn't come off. But I watched 2 rounds of him, and I put it on, started watching the YouTube, and I'm thinking, I don't even like this, I don't even like analysing too much. So fast forward, it was something like rounds 4 to 6, and I seen a proper decrease in his pace from rounds 4 to 6. And I thought, that's where I'll get him. If I just stick with him, I'll overcome him fitness-wise, because he drops off mentally. So there's such thing as a mental fitness to stay focused for the whole fight, 'cause it's a long time. And that's where I knew I'd have him. So that was it. So I knew in my head, how I'm going to get him. And when this camp got announced, I thought, well, nothing's changed. He's not going to change that. That's a part of him. That's his like DNA. That's where he's at right now. He hasn't had the experience to take him past that mental focus since. He hasn't had any 12-round fights since, so he won't have changed as a fighter. So going in there, I knew that's where I'd get him. So this point was watching him. I was on a treadmill one night, just taking over. And I thought, what can I watch? I got my iPad, and said, watch something while I'm on the treadmill, might as well. I thought, should I have a look at him? I thought, no, why should I? I'll watch me in my last performance, because I was good. I'll get more confidence rather than get more worries, you know.
Yeah, 100%,
so
mate.
That was it. That was where I was at mentally. My ego, egotistical.
Watching yourself.
I'll watch me. I'll analyse me.
That's what I do on a Monday morning. I listen to the podcast back, just listen to my voice again. It's like I spoke with Jazza on Saturday, but I want to listen to him again on Monday. But I know I do always think that, you know, sometimes if there's like a big mega fight on, like, you know, it's like one of Mayweather's big fights and all the thing that used to go with that. I used to always think, are they watching the other opponent thinking like, oh fucking hell, he's looking good now? And it must be hard, I think, if it's one, you know, especially if it's a big media one.
Yeah.
Like Mayweather used to always do those behind the 24/7 things, didn't he, and stuff. I used to think like, oh, would you be going, you know, 'cause a bit sharp there and various bits and bobs.
It's natural,
but it's great to have that, because I think we spoke about it, touched upon last time, but I remember speaking to Paul Smith, and he said it's that feeling like when you're in school and, you know, you've got a fight coming, and it's that like that feeling in your belly.
The anticipation.
Ah, mate, that I don't get anxious, but that feeling of just, you know, in 10 weeks, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 weeks, Friday night, I've got to go and have a fight. It's fucking like I think having a fight with someone in general, whether it's a professional fight or, unfortunately, the way fights happen in the street or whatever, it's a horrible feeling. Like it's.
I think to already decide the outcome rather than keep going back and forth. What's going to happen? There's a million situations in your life that can go on, but if you already decided the outcome, you know the outcome, so you don't think about what it would be like to lose, or that's the fear, isn't it? What's it like to lose?
Yeah.
What's going to happen if I lose, or therefore if I do lose, will I get hurt? Or if you already decide I've won, it's just how am I going to win? Then you start thinking, well, how am I going to win? And what am I going to do to win? And will I look good winning? Will I look sharp? Will I be strong? And I think if you decide I've already won, that makes it a lot easier, you know.
Well, your focus is going on your method of victory rather than, is this going to hurt? Am I going to, lose in this round? Or all your energy's going on, how are you going to win? You know, are you going to hug first when you win? You know, what are you...
What are you going to eat after it? How's it going to feel? It's good, isn't it? A lot of fighters, they train so hard, but still haven't got that mental approach, the victory approach, how am I going to win? What's it going to feel like winning? They train so hard, they put the same graft in as everyone else, but they can't understand why they're winning because they just don't know how it's going to go. They're putting the faith into the universe. They're letting the outcome be decided on everything else apart from themselves. Why not just say, I'm going to be the outcome? I know the outcome because this is what I'm going to do. You know what? Maybe.
Yeah, it stands that strong mindset. You've got. I remember seeing a study, and it was a basketball team, and they done various things, and they done like basketball trained really hard in actual basketball. Then they had the team train really hard in drills, and then they had a team who just done loads of classroom work and done plays in the head and then done visualization. And it was the team that done the visualization where over time was more successful because they were all at a similar fitness. They could all play to a certain level, but the team that visualized more where people were going to be, how it was going to feel, what they were going to do, how they were more successful over and over again. Yeah, that visualization.
Did you see after the fight all the kids jump in the ring?
Yeah.
So that to me is important because them kids with that visualization, they can go there again. So it's easier to do things again than it is to do things, isn't it? Like them people, the visualization, they've done it and now they're going to do it again. It's easier rather than the people who don't know what's going to happen. So them kids now, if they ever want to be a boxer and they ever want to fight for the title and they ever want to hold the belt and they ever want to top bills, they've already done it. Because they was there that time in the Olympia with Jazza, they know what it feels like. They've held the belt in the ring, they've done it, they've already been there. So they only have to go there again. They've had more than the visualization, they've had the realization of how it feels. So that's important to me that you share it like that with the next generation, our kids from the gym and the youth, to then go on to do it again rather with that visualization, realization, rather than what's going to be the outcome of my life. They know what they can do.
Mate, it's so important that, and it does work. I remember when I done my 10k record, and as I was running down the 100 metres, I had everyone there, family, friends. It was a fucking amazing feeling. And as I'm running, I could see the clock, and I had to do it in under 37:53, and it was on like 37:10. And I'm on like the last 100 metres, so I thought I'm fucking smashing this. I had like 50 metres to go. I had like 30 seconds to run 50 metres. I was flying. And I was like running, screaming, break the record. Weeks later, I go back to that track and we're doing 800 metres or whatever. Yeah. I'm running down that track. And as I got to the last 100 metre bit, I could literally see everyone in the crowd, and I could feel that feeling. I could see like Carragher jumping up and down. I could see my dad there, and even though it was like, 3 months later, it was cold. It was in my head. I'm like, and I was fucking and I'm running up faster again, and I'm overtaking people again, and I'm like, fucking hell, like this is weird on that bit of the track, just because if I could just tap into what it felt like, and mate, it's crazy how it works. Yeah.
That's why you see these top fighters like Mayweather. He won't go out of Vegas. That's his home. That's where he's won his last how many fights. That's where he's had the last... everything will be the same for him. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Because so someone coming in on the outside, it's this big massive venue. But for him, it's home. You see him, he gets in the ring, he looks around. He doesn't look around in awe. He just looks around because he knows this place. He knows it's like his living room.
It's like those triggers he's looking for, isn't it? But it's so powerful that I've seen it again. Research going into. So, for example, this so powerful the visualization is. If people have been doping, whether in any sport, let's just say it was run the 100 metres, and say Usain Bolt happens to dope and he takes performance enhancing drugs and he's won. Even though next time he's not used drugs, they're saying the fact that when he did use drugs, he got that visualization, that feeling. Even though he's not doping again, he's still almost cheating because that visualization and that mentality he's now got, he got when he was taking drugs. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like a little bit like a placebo.
Yeah, so I guess that feeling that I got. Let's say, for example, I took drugs when I broke that record.
Your mind's still on the drugs.
Yeah, so even though it's 3 months later, I'm not taking the drugs anymore, but I've got that in my head. Fucking hell, that's what it felt like. And it's like, so technically, you're not on the drugs, but your mind has now got this little extra 10% that can go give you that butterflies and go, fucking hell, this is great again.
Yeah.
So it's mad, isn't it?
That is mad, actually. Yeah.
Makes sense, innit? Why you see people who haven't had a Gary this weekend will be still dancing like you was last weekend.
That's happening to thinking, God, remember how good it felt last week?
It does make sense, though. Perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. Mindset's a powerful thing.
Look at them.
Wait, can we grab? Would it be alright if we grabbed your fight up?
Yeah. Please.
Are you happy with it, mate? Looking back and stuff, are you happy with your performance?
Yeah, from how I felt coming in there with the disability, like one arm, and I thought, I'm happy how it went.
Mate, on the way back home, I'm going to listen to our other episode, the other episode we did with you, because the amount of times you said, obviously it was like 2.5 hours, but I'm sure the amount of times you said that it's already won. You've already won.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane looking back.
Looking back though, it was only a 50-50 chance, really. It didn't live behind really, where it was a won or lost.
Right. IFL TV, shall I do that one? I know it's 5 hours, but we can...
just skip to
we
the
can
bit,
skip it.
That's right,
They should...
So mate, talk me through on the day. Just mute that a bit, mate, until you get the thing.
So he's off being there in the mines. I knew what the changing room was like in the Olympia. I had my first fight in there. I knew everything about the place, do you know what I mean? I knew where the entrance was, where the steps was, where I'd be coming down. I knew what my music would sound like, so that's home to me.
On the music one, mate, you come in, so I don't know if you know, it's a big Liverpool Football Club song.
Salisbury Hill, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. There's videos, so basically where it goes like, the chorus and it's Liverpool. Yeah. So it's one of my favourite songs ever, and you come out to it, I was like, when that Jazz is a blue, he's coming out to it.
No, I didn't know.
Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill.
Every fight, 30 fights I've come out to that.
Really?
Yeah, my uncle has a CD, Tracy Chapman CD, and remember I spoke about it? Tracy Chapman, Stinking the Police, and Peter Gabriel, and I used to listen to the one, remember, computers.
Tracy Chapman, Fast Car.
That CD,
Yeah, Peter Gabriel, Salisbury Hill, love that song, mate. It gets me
right,
off the
I
match.
reckon this is it now.
Oh shit! All the kids here. These are all the kids from the area where I grew up and that. They're all singing and stuff like that. It's brilliant. Two of them, my neighbours.
What are you feeling there though? That the lights are on. You're looking out. There's thousands there supporting you. You've got all the kids there from your area. In that moment, what are you thinking?
I go and see Phil Steele. I used to just get this overwhelming feeling and just think, this is it. I haven't had this feeling for so long. This is my ecstasy. There's nothing like it. I just enjoy every single second of it, mixed with loads of... I go into this weird mode and that, but now I'm a lot more relaxed. So I go and see Phil Steele and he said, what about the ring walks? He's a mind PT. He just finds him on my Instagram.
I followed him now from after last time.
He's good, and he's saying, so what would the champion? How would the champion ring walk? And I said, well, he'd probably just wait there, wouldn't he, while the song kicks in. And I was thinking Tony Bellew, how he'd wait. Now David Price used to just wait and build the atmosphere and stuff like that. And I said, well, I'd just wait and I'd soak it up and I'd make the most of every second. So now that's what I do. Between us we spoke, and now I just look around and I visualise what all the success and all the hard work in that moment there is, thinking about all the hard work, everything I put myself through, and the outcome, the reward at the end, and just looking at these kids, and I now think from when I was a kid, how hard I'd been looking at that podium saying, one day I want to be there, and now I am here, and little things like that, affirmations, and just a lot of gratitude. It puts me in a grateful state to the point where I get emotional, like I'm thinking, walking around backstage, like if anyone sees me here, I'm shitting myself, but I get like a proper, really emotional seeing it.
How mad is it though in that position? Like it's a very, in that moment, it's a very solitary kind of thing. Although you got your team, in that moment, it is all about just you. Yet you're thinking about inspiring the kids of the future, thinking, when do you not think, like, that's unusual? I'd imagine most boxers, if they're standing there, lights on them, showtime, it's about them, it's about they're the superstar, they're the future champ, they're going to go and do their thing. And you are thinking those things, but also you're thinking, there's loads of kids there from my area, I'm going to inspire them. I think
it comes from every single day, that thought, when I'm running. This to do, I can do this, get to the top of everything else, look around, look at this is my city, I can inspire the next generation and stuff like that. So every single day of it, my little girl comes to the gym, I look over at her, sometimes get inspiration off her and think I can inspire her to do the right thing in life, and maybe it's just every single day of our feeling training, and then it's just a one more day, if that makes sense. Just one.
It's
more
amazing,
day,
mate. It's powerful.
Yeah.
I do know I feel grateful and lucky to have that outlook.
What was funny at the end?
To be so self-centered and think, yeah, this look at me, me.
No, but that's all. It's not like being. I mean, I suppose it does sound, but it's not selfish, is it? If you've done 10 weeks grueling training, no one knows what it's like. That's your time to shine. You've got every right to be like, right, look at me, watch me. This is my. Whereas you're thinking, right, I want to inspire these people. I want to make them proud. It's
100%.
It's powerful.
100%. What was funny at the end as well, those kids, the security guards tried to stop, but about 8 of them went up, attacked from all 4 sides.
We had enough guards, wasn't it? At one point I was looking at, and 3 were coming in from different angles.
Just shows the love that you've got though, mate, at the youngsters. Come on,
the guy was saying, man, he knows not getting in. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Did you try to stop them? Yeah. We ain't having none of it.
No.
Come from everywhere.
Right, here we go. Have you watched this back?
Yeah, not the ring walk. I watched the fight.
James Jazza Dickens.
Them little fellas there.
Wait, can I wind it back?
It might go back about 20 minutes though.
Oh no, fuck it.
Can you click back and then go back 10 seconds maybe? We have to see you. Not all about me.
Yeah. Fuck the fighters, me and Sam with the crowd.
Mate, I was in a suit as well.
Yeah.
I came dressed up.
He found boxing, he found God.
Yeah, I couldn't believe when this came on the song.
Key factors in his development as a person, as a human being, and as a fighter talent as well. Extraordinary story in the last year or so where he went to Miami, literally just picked up.
Yeah, man, they inspire me now, the little fellas like that. Don't have. They inspire me to give me strength.
In his pocket when he arrived.
So does George.
Because
he's the opposite. He's really old. He's 81, and his work ethic is unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? For 81.
81.
Yeah, he trains. He's just a weight after we train in the gym every day. So I get inspiration off him too.
Is that like most boxing gyms? I mean, I'm only new to the Rotunda, but there's blokes in there who are 60s, 70s, 80s who are still in there. Is that most boxing clubs in Liverpool or in general? Is it or?
Not really. It's special.
Yeah.
It's special.
There's fellas in our gym, mate, and they are, mate, they're 70, 80, and you're like proper grafting. Oh, it's amazing to see. It does inspire you, doesn't it? When
yeah.
Mate, one question just before it starts. One question. Is that guy from Australia?
Yeah, European, you're going to say?
Yeah, we spoke about this on...
Apparently his Mars dog was from Lithuania, who imported the show into London.
Fair enough.
Do what he wants.
And did he find out about your hand then? He had no idea. Oh mate, Tom, just pause that a sec.
Yeah,
what happened, mate, with the because I went to the weigh-in, I saw you the day before with the weigh-in and stuff. There was a problem, and maybe with his weight, wasn't there at first or something? There was a bit of a to do with that.
I think he was a little bit over, only 4 ounce.
Yeah.
The weight of his undies, and he flapped a little bit, didn't he? Because
I saw there was a bit of.
Instead of just saying, "I'll take my undies off then if you got a problem, I'll be that weight," but he never. You think he nearly got off at one point, didn't he?
Yeah.
I was thinking, where's he going? Why did he take his undies off?
On that, mate, with you, I noticed, mate, as well. You look like, not gaunt, but like you look different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
So you lose weight the day before, fluid water. And that fluid water comes out of your skin, you go dry, you look dry.
Yeah.
Like a white walker. That's what you like. Everyone the way it's like white walkers.
I saw it, I was like, fucking hell, man, he looks like fucking ready to go here, like.
Yeah, it's different, isn't it? The way how the fighters look.
Yeah.
Make the weight.
I'd be fucking shitting myself there, you know.
Shitting myself. Oh my god.
I suppose, though, mate, it's pointless me saying you're nervous now because you've got that mindset, you know what's going to happen, you know the...
Yeah. It's about the outcome, innit, really, not about the present moment in that situation.
As well, like, before, when we did the last podcast as well, after speaking to you, I was like nervous about asking questions about because I didn't want to come across as if I was trying to get in your head, because you were so assured that like you were going to win. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't want to fucking say anything that like.
Yeah, no.
I was just like.
So what rank was he, Jazza?
He was. I think he was 8th in the world, but there was no third or something. So he was about 7th in the world with the IBF. He was a gentleman, no, he was a nice guy.
Was he?
I messaged him the morning after the fight, and he'd already got off. I thought, go and get something to eat. Go and get something to eat, a pancake. Is he there?
Oh, was I there? I've never been to the Olympia, but it was quality in there.
Good, man.
Yeah,
good,
really good. Really, really good.
I've been in there when Stephen Smith fought years ago, and I was on the top balcony, and it was the atmosphere at the top. I found it was better looking down, watching it all.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Mate, that commentaries, it's not synced to the thing, you know.
Yeah, about 20 seconds behind.
Yeah.
Or is it? I think because it was streamed, wasn't it? That might be why.
My
So,
bird
do you want me
said
to knock it off?
after the fight, how did you know when to come out? How did you know when to come out if the bell was 20 seconds later?
What, when you look back through the fight, I seen as well at the interview, I don't know whether you were joking just saying this, but you were like, you thought it was 12 rounds, and on the day you were like, oh, I forgot it was 10.
No, on the morning of the fight, we had to go to an IBF board meeting. And we're sitting next to each other, me and him, we have to sign to fight and stuff like that, you have to get the rules and the regulations. So they said to us, the first thing he said, this is going to be a 10 T's contest. And I stopped it there and said, what do you mean 10 T's? I thought it was 12. We trained for 12, and I said, no, it's 10 because anything less than an IBF Europe world title is it 10 rounds. And I said, oh, it's alright, it's better for me. It's just sat back. I'm fitting you now. Yeah.
Well, I heard
Because that was playing on his mind that you'd been training.
I thought you'd done that as a bit of a head fuck to him. I thought, nah, he surely fucking knows what he's fucking training for. I was thinking you'd done it on. Really, yeah. He's got to be sitting there gutted there, and I think when he hears that.
Yeah.
I still can't believe how fucking quick you are, mate. It's insane.
Yeah, that's one thing we kept on saying. You're watching it, you're like, how is he moving his hands that fast? Was there a round in particular where you thought, I'm feeling really good?
Just round where I felt really bad. Did you see him catch me in the second?
Yeah, you said.
Was it the second round?
I wasn't sure which round it was. I seen an interview done after it, and you said you were a bit surprised by him.
Yeah, he collared me with the second round.
So that left hand, that's the broken hand.
Yeah.
Fucking insane.
You looked dead confident though, mate. There were certain parts of it, like, and you just looked like your movements, and you were just. Do you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Was the bits in it where you were thinking, I feel fucking great here, apart from your hands, yeah. Like you were enjoying it, thinking this is.
Yeah, I was enjoying it. I was really enjoying it.
And beforehand, have you got what's your kind of thing in the changing room beforehand? What are people saying to you, like those closest to you, like Derry and the trainer, or even Bellew? Are they giving you little pep talks, or is all that kind of done? Is it, or is it just?
Bellew, this is the first fight he's been in changes with us, but he said something like, just think there's everyone's out there now, and they're for you. No one else is on the fight. Everyone out there is there to watch you. And I thought, you know what, you're right. It is like, give me a bit of a kick. It was nice. Jerry's just talking about all the work we're going through in the gym. Georgie's saying, you know what to do. To go out there and establish yourself, and then we'll see where we are from there. Georgie doesn't believe in mastermind game plans. He says you don't know how a fight's going to go until you get in there. We'll go out there and we'll see what's happening in the first round. We train to be the best version of us, and then we'll see where we're at after that.
So with that in mind, then, mate, when this round finishes and you're sitting in the corner, I imagine, is it quite hard to listen to them, what they're saying? Not saying like you're going to mug them off, but surely your adrenaline's going.
Because he's old and he talks so low, it's mad because of all the madness that's going on. If someone's screaming in your face, someone shouts it so long, you stop listening, don't you? Sometimes.
Yeah.
That makes, but Georgie, he talks very low, so what you have to do, you have to get close to him to listen to what he's saying. So you do listen because he talks low, if that makes sense. It's good. It's just you and him there. In a mad way, it's good that he does talk so low.
Can you remember what he's saying now to you? I know it's not on you, but the camera now. But
just just stay in your jab. Don't be giving yourself away like that. Don't be getting so close. There's no point, mate. No, just you win a fight as easy as possible.
Was there any round, was there, where they kind of give you a telling off and said, you're not listening to the game plan, or you're getting calls or anything, or you need to do this, or was it all pretty confident throughout?
In the third round, after the second, going back to the third, we had a conversation about how things need to change and what my input was and what they could see. And it was, he's strong on the outside. I can't save him because we've only got one hand. It's pointless staying on the outside and letting them win rounds. So I need to get close to him and rough him up, because I need to take this thing out of his shots before I start saving him, because I've only got one hand. And after that, you'll see on the third round, went straight out and didn't throw punches, just got close to him, jumped right on him.
Try and get Tom to the third round. You may as well just mute it, because it's below it anyway. But because you had a nasty shiner, didn't you?
Yeah, I felt that coming up. It was like a scrape. When you scrape your eye, it's sort of like, it's weird. It's not from force. It's more of a scrape.
Yeah.
It starts swelling up.
Mate, look, you're in
that.
decent neck there, aren't you, mate? Fucking hell, I'd have that framed on my wall, mate.
This is killing me. This, I like this. I don't like. It makes me feel uncomfortable. It's not like no.
While watching it back,
like compliments.
yeah, you're in.
This was just watching me getting whacked on the edge. You've missed the part where I'm getting dinged.
wait, this is. Wait, is this the right one? Round 3, yeah?
This is really shocked you a bit, like.
That was on the last one. We've just missed the round there.
Oh, he's on the second
round.
round?
Oh, was it round 2, is it?
Oh, was it? Right, let me wind it. Right, so where were we? 420.
When did you kind of know as well, in the sense of, like, you were thinking, right, it's...
Was that it then?
That it, yeah.
That was it then,
yeah,
wasn't
that was it. And as I moved back here...
Because he gets a bit confident there, thinking, doesn't he? Thinking, this is...
Yeah, he started talking to me the only time he spoke to me from the old build-up to the fight.
But
right now he started saying, come on, Jazza.
Really, yeah?
Like, chop and read, I'm flying, mate.
I'm flying.
See,
and then he comes behind me at the end of the bell. It's funny, he starts walking behind me. Like an eye case, watching it at the end of the bell. He follows me back to my corner.
I think I remember this on the night, actually.
It's fucking hell. I don't know how you can take these punches, mate. On that stomach, fuck.
Yeah, he's a good body puncher, really.
Yeah.
I was looking at a picture once. After the fight, someone took a picture, catching me perfect body shot, and I was rubbing my own rib, thinking, how is it still not hurting now? That was his thing, body.
And it sounds like a stupid question, but you know what? The next day, or is it maybe the day after? Is like, apart from maybe you're shining, but are you aching anywhere, or did you think? Did you feel like you've been through a fight, or was you thinking, you know what, I feel sound?
After this one, I did the hand was sore, and you get bumps in your hand, so you're like, you're rubbing shampoo in your hair. It's just horrible. You're rubbing your head, shampoo. It's like you can't see them, but you can feel bumps. You know what I mean?
Really, yeah.
So like little things like that all over your head. So you're just rubbing your head dead slow.
Mate, he walked behind you then. I just saw it. Then he walked into your.
Yeah.
So this is the.
That was the one.
Shot that he caught me with.
On the top of the head.
He knew it was a good shot.
That must be a bit not demoralising, but like if he's caught you, but then you can see he walks forward to something in his eye that thinks, I'm gonna go and catch him again here.
Yeah, sometimes you can't even see him walk forward. Sometimes you don't know he's walked forward until he's hit you again. It's even worse when you come to he's walking away.
Yeah. And then as the fight goes on, mate, you just seem to grow in confidence, didn't you, from then there on in? So, Addy, when you said as well after the fight, or during the fight, was he speaking to you much?
No, he only said one thing to me mid start there, at the end of that round. Come on, Jazza. Are you
a bit of like, you chat to them as well?
I was talking to him all the way too.
What are you saying to him?
After he lands a good shot, just demoralising him by saying steady, stuff like that.
Really, yeah?
Just on the body shots, just like little laughs inside and stuff like that. Only to let him know that is all you've got in there.
Yeah, like you say, if he's walking forward like that, throwing big shots, and you're going, "Hell, mate, come on," that must be a bit demoralising.
So like today, little things like that, you just laugh and say, is that all you got there? Obviously, you only say that when you see something good, don't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say, it's not all you've got when he didn't even throw a punch. You only say it when he's done a great punch. It's not all you've got, isn't it?
Forward to the 10th, Tom.
10th round, yeah. Ooh, just missed that. Is this a fuck.
I love the comments there. See the comments on the side?
Yeah.
No, what was it saying?
Read one time. I can't even repeat what I said on here, but it was bad. I was getting letters on there.
You was?
Laughing me head off about 3 o'clock in the morning. Reading it, thinking, oh, it's bad that. Not on this, on like an hour video.
Oh, what people, because it was on YouTube, just commenting,
Yeah,
people saying stuff, yeah.
So was, but you can get a better stream quality in Iraq. Right, so we're on round 5. So where do you want me to wind this? I'm not trying to skip it. Well, I suppose I am in a way, but like, where do you want me to?
So I just thought when he knows it's kind of come to the end of the fight and you're getting that feeling of it's all fucking worth it.
I'll show you that if you just, I'm not bothered about watching if you don't want to watch it.
No, I do, yeah.
No, I'm just thinking if people listen to it, they're probably thinking, fucking hell, what are they doing? Do you know what I mean?
I'm just trying to see myself again.
My narcissistic trait to just growing and growing. No, I'll show you at the end of the fight when what I was going to.
All right, shall I wind it to last round?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, 8.
I tend to listen to podcasts on YouTube anyway, that's how but I know a lot of people do listen to them and don't have the benefit of video.
Right, here we go, last round. Oof. Just a little bit of atmosphere.
Yeah. Let's relive it.
You two should commentate.
The atmosphere was great, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah,
it was really, really
it was
good.
Fucking quality. Really enjoyed it.
Even in this 10th round, mate, you can just tell the levels of fitness, mate. You're still like fucking. He looks fucking like looks tired there.
Yeah. In my head, there really was another 2 rounds after this, so.
Can you hear anyone from the crowd as well, or is that completely blanked
Sometimes
out?
I've always been able to hear my dad's voice. My dad, since my amateur days, I've always been able to hear his voice in the background.
It just stands out because you know it.
Just know, yeah.
Yeah.
Just that voice. I don't hear much of Jory because he speaks low, Derry. I can hear Derry. In my head, visualise getting on the ropes. That was a part of my visualisation, being on the ropes.
At the end?
All the way through the camp.
What are you feeling there when as soon as that bell goes and you know you've done it?
I'm asking George, did I win, George? Because you never know, you know what I mean? I knew I had, but it's like, how are you calling it, George? Just want a reassurance, do you know?
Really, yeah. What did he say straight away? Yeah, just in the back.
Yeah, he won by a few rounds. Georgie called it exactly how it was. Georgie's points was the same as one of the
One of the judges.
Is that a nipple? It's got 2 nipples. Did you see that?
No.
Look at the kids there.
Yeah, look at
Straight
your
up.
hands, get all the kids in.
That's Georgie's grandson. The fella on the ropes then. The fella on the ropes was Georgie's grandson. So they just through the family. It's just boxing's in the family.
It's powerful, mate, isn't it? How it's boxing's a sport. You know, on the eye you'd think it's just a one-man sport, it's just a one-man band.
There's the security trying to get them down.
So many people bring so many people together.
Yeah.
And for me, just as a scouser being there, mate, the amount of people you're seeing, like, do you know what I mean? It's mad, isn't it? People who you know. Yeah, that was the really nice thing, mate. Is just how many kids who just loved you and just jumped in and got the opportunity to stand with you in the belt. Yeah, Tom, which was quite funny. So I've been to the Olympia a few times, and because we were ringside, I just wore I think I had a Los Solos top on and a jacket and jeans, and that's it. And fucking Tom turned up in his suit, and he's like, because we were ringside, he's being all fucking getting dressed up, and he was like, he come and met me. We just went for a pint by mine, and he was like, fucking hell, I'm in a suit and everything. I was just like, yeah, you'll be fine, don't worry. And he's like the only one in a suit.
He's the only one apart from the judge.
Everyone thought you were the promoter, didn't they?
Yeah, it was funny.
Oh, I just thought like a boxing fight. Of all of the times I've been, everyone's like,
You looked sound, but I just
You often do see it though ringside when you're watching the boxing, don't you?
Yeah.
Normally the promoters and the managers and stuff. So right now I'm getting ready to see what. So every day I go on the hills. My last hill, when it's finished, I stop and stand there and I put my hands in the air and I look down at the belt that I'm fighting for. It's normally the WBC world title, but for this camp, because I knew what belt, the visualization, I put my hands up in the air and I look down and shut my eyes in the middle of the and just look at the belt going on me, getting put on me. So now I'm preparing myself to receive my visualization. And
that's every single day, did I? Yeah.
I look at this
Fucking
belt.
hell.
Your mindset's fascinating, mate. How you can.
Know the Banoffee Pie story?
Yeah.
Last time? This is the Banoffee Pie story. The same. Every day I visualised somebody putting this belt on me, exactly how this belt goes on me now. So I'm getting ready.
You can see me. You're deep in thought, like.
So now.
There we are. Yeah.
Now this is the I knew. Look, I shut my eyes and I visualise. This is the last 10 weeks.
That's what else was nice. You see Callum and Beefy there, like the support you have from your fellow boxers, mate. Everyone there.
See the fella there in the crowd, the footballer. Do you know him?
Who was that?
The name slipped me. But he's fascinating. He'd be good to get on. He's the oldest player now, right now, oldest professional player. But he keeps himself in great shape. He's
I didn't see who it was.
He's always in the flow planner. He'd be good to talk. No healthy living and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I always prolonged his career.
Mate, all the kids in the ring going mad. That was funny.
Yeah, it was quality.
He's my cousin, the little fella I've got my arm round. He's my cousin.
That guy?
Isn't he? Yeah.
What a photo that is,
Even
mate.
the commentators are going, there's kids, the kids.
Oh.
So, mate, after that...
Great ending for me, that.
Yeah, it's quality.
Once that's done, mate, everyone, in the ring goes out, you go back to the changing room. Is there like a quiet, is there a lull, or is everyone still there, or is there like a moment of just like...
Relief, jokes, a lot of jokes and relief and just good like camaraderie, like everyone hugging and like a celebration. It's good, it's nice. I just sort of take, I don't feel too comfortable celebrating. I was saying to you before, celebration isn't a part of it with me until I actually achieve what I want to achieve. But what I've realised now from the past is when you have got a belt, you can see so many happy faces. You can people hold the belt, and that's what I didn't realise because I was so focused on achieving my dream. I was dismissing the accomplishments that I already have. So this time, I've made the most of it. I've been going to schools, I've been going to boxing gyms, presentations, and just I'm saying before, you're a bellend if you walk around with your own belt. So happy. No, like the happiness I get out of seeing other people smiling, holding it, and like that. That's where I am now with it.
You know what the sad thing is about boxing, mate? It's not boxing that's the sad. It's people, I guess. And Joe Mack from the gym, he put this up the other day, and it said Sergio Martinez, and it's a quote that he put. He said, "I finished the fight with Chavez, and I had 1,060 missed calls. And when I lost my last fight against Miguel Cotto, I had 4 missed calls. 1 was from an unknown number, and the other 3 were from my mother. That put everything in its place." And you think like...
That's good, yeah.
It's true, it is true. But I also believe who you surround yourself with in the winning times will also be repaid in the dark times. So why is he only getting calls off his ma? Do you know what I mean? Hasn't he got other people who he's like close to, or like I don't know, would he be up more than your ma if he has a good circle around you?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. He's maybe not picked a circle wisely enough in the good times. And,
obviously not.
Yeah, no, it's true. Think of it like that. Yeah.
But that is the situation.
Yeah.
That is the harsh situation, the realisation of it. So I was just talking to my girl yesterday, and she was talking to me of like to be mindful of how my close friends and her herself can also get insecure of that. Like it's good when you're doing well, but this is how we feel. We feel like we're just here whilst you're doing well. Do you know what I mean? Because they are there when I'm doing well or bad, but when the good times come around, like I've got good mates and they seem to just disappear when I'm doing well. And I think, where are they? But I can tell what they're doing. They're just letting me have my moment. But then people are the first there when it's not so well, do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's important to
It's good that, yeah.
And I know them people are. Two of them, Paddy and John, be good mates, you know, and my family. But that is the harsh realisation of boxing.
Yeah.
What about when, I'd surprise it, you know, that celebrating thing? So, because I know if I won, I'd be like, I know you don't drink, but like having a beer and just like, I'd find it so hard because like it's like more than 8 weeks just bottled up, and then you just want to just go like, you know, once you win and then like.
I know what you mean, but I've been doing it since I was 12, so it's like I still haven't achieved my goal.
Yeah,
so, like, it's dangerous. I find it's dangerous for me to celebrate because when's enough celebrating? When have you celebrated enough?
Mate,
you only find that you get more and more urges to do more celebration. So if I eat like restaurant meals, right now I'm eating well, but I'm eating healthy still. But if I go to restaurants a few times, my whole diet changes, and then it's like I'm just throwing the chippy for me dinner. I know I'm only talking about little things, but remember last time we spoke about bad habits coming twos, and then next minute I'm smoking ciggies in the back garden. No, next minute you're totally off track.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I'd rather go with the discipline side of never celebrate and always win, rather than sometimes lose because I celebrated too much. I don't know. That's just my approach. But I can be really, really boring and really dull to the people around me. You know what I mean? And I get that. But you know, I want to be.
It's a little bit what Bren was saying. Mate. We had it with Kayaker on. He was saying that he's got like a placebo. So he takes this like a protein kind of thing.
It wasn't CBD, was it? It was something else.
Something else. But he was saying he takes it and his mate were giving him shit, saying, it doesn't even work, it doesn't make any changes. But he's going, in my head, I know I feel better for it. So he's like, it cost me 20 quid, this powder, this like protein, whatever. And no one can properly prove that it makes a difference, but in my head it does, so it does.
That is the difference.
And it's a bit like you, it's like, you eat a chippy, and once a year you have a chippy, it's probably not going to make a difference. But if in your head you're going, I fucking shouldn't have had that chippy, then it has made a difference, hasn't it? It sounds stupid, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a bad backroom self-harm because you had sausage and chips. So did you ever see the thing, the cyclist coach who came into GB, the 1% performance? Did you ever see him?
No.
Definitely worth a look. He's amazing.
What's his name?
I don't know. You find it under Great Britain Cyclists, 1%. Cycling coach, 1%.
You know,
I feel a bit disrespectful not knowing his name by talking about all his work.
Mate,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah. 1%, yeah?
Yeah. That's in there, Dave Brailsford.
The 1% factor.
factor. So what are you talking about? Little time. He came in, GB hadn't done nothing with the cycling for so long, and then he came in and all of a sudden he won everything. So he's got little 1% things. So one of them things being you take your own cup or your own pillow and just little tiny percentages, 1%, wearing different clothes, and all these little 1% adds up, you know, and then next minute they're winning all sorts. So.
Mate, I was lucky enough to go to a dinner the other week, and Clive Woodward, who won the World Cup with the England rugby team, he took over in I think early 2000s, and England rugby team would never beat anyone in the top 5. He comes in and he talks about people are either a sponge or a rock. So between your ears, your brain, it's either a sponge or a rock. If you're kind of old school and you've got your set in your ways, you're a rock. If you're open to new ideas, you're a sponge. Now, this was at the time when all this new kind of data was coming in, where you put those chips in your top, like footballers have little chips.
Oh yeah, like in the bra thing that they wear.
So you can see. So that was just coming in now, and all this data. So his idea was twofold. He said, I want to give the whole team laptops because I want them to be able to look at this data, realise it, analyse it for the opponents. So I want them all to be competent on working this laptop. So that's why I want them all to know how to work this laptop. But secondly, I want to see who's a rock and who's a sponge. And he said to all the team, you've all got a laptop now. You all need to know how to work this laptop. Now, some of them, he said straight away, were like, I'm here to play fucking rugby. I'm not here to have a fucking computer lesson. Fuck the laptop off. And to him, straight away, he was like, well, we're not going to work well together because you're a rock. You're not open to new ideas. And then the rest of them were like, if I want to play rugby, I've got to learn how to use this fucking thing.
Yeah.
And they had to start learning. And so although there was an idea, because he wanted them to all to look at the data he was collecting of like the next New Zealand team, whatever, it was more so, are you going to be open to new ideas? And the way he told the story was fascinating to know. It's so important in anything, isn't it? You know, if you're a sponge, you're a rock, you know, you're going to pick up on new things and try new things if it's going to make you better, like the 1% things. Or are you just like, no, this is the way I've always done it, and I'm just going to do it the way I do it. It was great, like, listening to all things like that. And he now does coaching for, like, Google and big high exec companies and stuff, yeah. He's just like...
the team go on to...
The team won the Rugby World Cup 2003.
So.
Mate, listen, mate, it's exactly how you're living your life, though, Jazza. They do visualizations, right? Yeah. Listen to this. They used to do... So that 2000... Mate, get it up a sec on YouTube.
Is that with where Johnny Wilkinson...
the last kick of the game,
kick of the game, yeah.
So listen to this, then. 2003...
Wait, before you say... What am I typing in?
Just Johnny Wilkinson drop goal. So, yeah, look, that comes up straight away. So, that 1 minute 22 one. So, it's the last fucking minute of this thing.
I remember this. I'm not a rugby fan, but I was made up with this.
Well, mate, it's the first time they won the Rugby World Cup.
It's the equivalent of Beckham's free kick against Greece, really.
It's 17 all. Do you know what I mean? That they're pushing for this one little play. They're just pushing to get this right moment, the right time. There's 30 seconds left.
Bang.
That's on his weaker foot, that, by the way, as well. So the last minute of extra time. So basically, he tells that story, and he said they used to practice that so much, right? They'd be going out for team dinners, right? And they'll be in restaurants, and someone will just go, right, everyone, fucking last minute, but after a drop goal, get in position. And they'd stand up and they'd be moving people around. They'd be like old women saying, right, you stand there, I'm in the little kids. And they'd, in the restaurant, they'd go, all right, if we're all in this position and there's some, what would we do here? And mate, they do things like that to be like, right, how would it work? Because they'd be so used to visualising, my Tom's on my left, Jazz is always on my right. And you know what I mean? And as stupid as that sounds, you think, that's a load of shite. If it's a load of shite, whatever it may be, they fucking won a World Cup. With that type of prep, do you know what I mean? And that type of visualisation and those type of new ideas and the little 1%. And it comes down to that one moment, that 1 second
to win,
to win it.
And that restaurant's go, not a fucking again, lads. You're not coming in here. Pissing about.
You bring that rugby goal to my fucking restaurant again. Yeah.
Oh, was it a good talk, that? Yeah.
It made it fascinating, yeah. He spoke for like half an hour. It was fascinating, yeah. It was...
love things like that.
Yeah, he's such an intelligent guy, that Clive Woodward. But again, it's that like that fella you just said, the 1% guy. It's saying things that... And just putting it into a context where you think, yeah, fucking hell. And I think, mate, going off you, mate, not only did months ago did you come in and you said how you lived your life, but you made predictions, mate, and you've done exactly what you've said. And I think, mate, you are special in the sense of not only are you very talented and good at what you do in boxing, but that mindset you've got, mate, not everyone's got that. And you don't realise that until you... I do motivational speaking. I go and see a lot of people. I see thousands of new people every week. And in business and stuff, people talk to you, and you can see that not a lot of people have got that mindset. Yeah. So you're very talented in that mindset alone, mate, because, again, it's what winners are. I'm
glad we spoke before and after as well, the last fight, before and after, because it can give people the belief that it does work.
It does work, yeah.
Visualisation of the belt, the Banoffee bite, so it seems a bit more real now, doesn't it? So.
Mate, but it's fucking so true, mate. It is so true, and it's powerful, like you say, and when you've got that before and after. And again, it might be even listening to you before and after, even that might be the placebo effect. So someone might go, right, it worked for Jazza, fucking I had him before and after, it worked for him, I'll just try it. Probably doesn't work, but I'll just try it. They might try it, it might work, and they'll go, fucking hell, it does. Like, do you know what I mean? They might not fully believe it, but just by hearing you say it, seeing the podcast, hearing the podcast before and after, that's then they're like, fucking, all right,
100%.
Placebo can be anything, can't it? I've actually thought about getting placebo tablets to achieve whatever I want to achieve in life.
But it's just
knowing
like
that they're placebo was just affirmation by taking that tablet, saying this is now coming into my life.
Yeah.
It must be because I've just took the tablet. That is placebo, isn't it?
I told that story. It was to Brenny at the kayaker, and I had this thing. So just after I got blown up, I used to have to take these tablets, these sleeping tablets, and I was trying to come off them. I fucking couldn't come off them. And literally, mate, as soon as I put this tablet on my tongue, I'd fall asleep. Yeah. Like, so it didn't even kick in. Didn't even have time to kick in. But in my head, I thought I've swallowed it now. And I'd be asleep within fucking 30 seconds. It was fucking mad how it worked, I swear, mate. So it does work, those placebos. Yeah.
Just like a cod liver oil thing that just means nothing, and just take it and then...
Yeah.
It's good, eh?
Did you ever see the documentary? The Russian kids, what's it called? They were giving them steroids in there.
Mate, they're fucked up, aren't they? Like,
it was the opposite to the placebo. So these kids are just having fun, but like they're confined within themselves. But next minute they're going to compete against the people and just slashing them. So it's the opposite to the placebo. You just think they're having fun. it's living in poverty, so they're getting like fed how many meals a day, but they're getting vitamins. They're getting the only one condition is you must take your vitamins, but they're juicing all the girls up. All the girls are going armpit hair and big goatees, and next minute they're going out and slashing everyone, but it was the opposite to the placebo.
Yeah.
In gym,
it was working, so it must work even if you don't know when it comes to steroids. You know what I mean? Even if you don't know, you don't have to believe. Steroids can still make you.
Yeah, mate. Perform. You know what? As well, I think, boss. I spoke on Jay Hutton's podcast the other day, and I read a book. I don't know whether we spoke about it. Actually, we might have. And apologies if people have said that they've heard me talk about it, but it'd be interesting to hear you're saying it. And read the book. It's called The World's Fittest Book by a guy, Ross Edgley.
Yeah.
I've said this before in a little bit in it. He says he goes out to like South America and he's working with on a horse ranch, and they're all like, you know, rounding cattle up and things like that. And he's with this Mexican guy or somewhere in South America. And this guy's a lot older than him, but he doesn't know how old. But he's dead fit and he's just cracking on, and he's this. And that night, it's that day, it's really hard work. And then that night, they have a few beers. And then he wake up the next day and he's good to go again, this fella. And this Ross is like, fucking hell, hung over here, I'm knackered, I'm done in. And he says to this fella, you know, how old are you? And he says, I stopped counting after 50. And this guy didn't know how old he was. And the really fascinating thing it was for me and for Ross when he's commenting and he's writing this book is that it's your mindset, innit? Because society tells you how you should behave, how old you are. This guy who's 50 odd in Mexico, no one's telling him, oh, you're 55, you need to retire now. Or you're 60, you should stop herding cattle now. He's just doing because he feels like, yeah, that's what I do. Whereas now in society, people go, oh, you know, you're 30 now, you should be on the property ladder. Or, you know, you're 65, you need to stop going to the gym as much now. Or you need to... Whereas he lives in the middle of fucking nowhere in this desert in Mexico, just farming. Yeah. And so it's like, there's that question he poses, you know, how old would you be if you didn't know how old you was? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You're labelled by age, aren't you?
Yeah, and it's your mindset. It is all your mindset. You know, if you want to fucking go to the gym, it's like those guys you're talking about in the gym. You know, your coach, he's fucking in his 80s, did you say?
81, yeah.
It's like society's kind of telling him, you know, listen, you're 80 odd now, you shouldn't be coaching fucking Jazza in his 20s, like you need to... But he's like, listen, I feel good to do this, I'm going to do it.
Well, Georgie says to me, I was speaking to some old fella the other day, but it turns out this old fella was a few years younger than him. Speaking to some half fella the other day, but he's not what people he do. So obviously, in his head, he's not.
And that's so powerful, that mate, like, you know.
And he's positive as well with it, though. He's like, he's positive, you know what I mean? It's not like just fluke, but he's kept himself well and he talks about this stuff himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't go deep into it unless you ask him, but he's like, he's young because he thinks young.
Yeah. Oh, mate.
Yeah. Mate, I don't know if we've asked this question before on the other podcast, but where the fuck do you get like this like complete like mental like craziness like just being able to just be laser focused on like anything that you put your mind to?
I don't know, because it's only ever been one thing I've put my mind to, and I mean, I've got no interest in fixing a broken cupboard that breaks in the house. I've got no interest in it. I could do it easily. I could easily learn, I know, to do for screw an engine, but that could be sitting there for 2 months. But when it comes to boxing, I'm like you say that, I just don't know. Maybe it stems deep. It goes back, way back to being a child, and it probably the deepest I've got is probably acceptance and how I see myself and what I wanted to be, and probably acceptance and stuff like that. Maybe I don't know. That's where it comes from. Maybe I'm chasing the wins. It's just it means nothing. I know that. I know my family's more important, but I don't know why I'm hell bent on it. I have to get it. Maybe I just know that life is meaningless. Well, I believe life is meaningless, and I might as well enjoy my hard work rather than enjoy me pleasure. Might as well enjoy hard work and eat.
What do you mean life is meaningless when you say that?
Well, after it, when we all die, where are we going? What do you know? I don't know. So we might as well. What does it mean? What does social acceptance mean? What does a nice car mean? What does a nice house mean? The only thing I know is meaningless. When I was in the hurricane in Miami and I thought I was going to die and thought I wouldn't wake up next morning, the only thing that meant anything to me was 6 people. And anything else was meaningless. Anything. There was not, that for me, that's how I felt. Nothing else was meaningless. If I could give anything for anything, it would be everything for one last minute with these 6 people. And that was it. That's all that mattered to me. So what I found along my journey was life means nothing. So I might as well do something with it. Might as well do something or do nothing, because either way it's meaningless. But I might as well do something that
you're enjoying. You want, yeah.
Might as well achieve something that they said I can't, rather than not achieve something that they said I can't. I don't know.
Yeah, and then to enjoy hard work is
what do you believe in, like in that situation?
I knew there'd come a point where the questions get flipped fucking last time.
Yeah, I do think having kids, mate, it does change. I know you haven't got any, Tom, but having my little girl, like, yeah, I do feel a bit like that. You know, it's like nothing like makes me as happy now, or nothing just makes me feel as content and just relaxed than just, you know, like straight after this tonight, my dad's looking after me little girl now while I come here. I'll go home, pick her up, we'll be in bed watching a film together. I'll be lying there twiddling with her hair. I used to twiddle with my mum's hair when I was a kid. Obviously my mum passed away when I was 12, and I've got this kind of now connection where I'm lying in bed twiddling my little girl's hair. That's like the most happiest I'll be. Do you know what I mean? And that for me is like you're saying, everything else is meaningless. It's like whether I'm lying in a bed in Barbados on the beach on a sun lounger, or whether I'm in Bootle with my little girl curled up watching, you know, Lion King. That's to me is the thing. So I think having my little girls made me think along those lines. And I think for me personally, just what I've been through, the kind of, well, not being dead dramatic, but like by the age of 21, you know, my ma had died. I'd spent a year in my life in war zones in Iraq and Afghanistan. I'd been blown up, I'd been shot at, and then I had to choose to have my leg amputated. Lost my career, lost the ability to have kids, all by the age of 21. So I think going through all that has made me just think, you know, again, a little bit like you, you need to just do something you want in life, and just that you enjoy. Yeah. Thankfully, I've found I enjoy the motivational speaking. I feel like I can impact people with that, inspire people, which brings me joy, and then my little girl. Yeah. So that for me is like, although it's a bit deep, I totally relate in the sense that, you know, you think you find something that you want to kind of impose on the world and give back a little bit. But then selfishly, you'd have that little personal 6 people for you that you just want to. That's what it all is for. Do you know what I mean?
Did it? You know, does it change once you have kids? Then does it like suddenly that? Because like my sort of like reason, like thing of happiness is that there's a few, but it's like, you know, like it's not materialistic as such, but like some sort of security. Like usually that's financial, where it is financial. So that you just know that. You know, there's something in the background that if all shit hit the fan, then you've still got a house and that sort of thing. So that's but once you have kids, then does it just like all that shit falls away, like all that materialistic thing and all that, does it fall away, and then things become like you understand like what's more important? Or
I think to an extent, well, I don't know, maybe it's probably because I guess you want to maintain that maybe financial security, or give them that for your kids when you're gone. I guess there's a party that wants to do that. But again, I think a bit weird about it. I sometimes think like, I just want to show this little girl that like no one will ever love her as much as I love her. I just want to give her all my love. I'm not saying I don't want to leave her anything. I want to leave her financially secure and stuff. But I also think, I grew up with fuck all. Like I never. That's a lie. I mean, I had like a nice childhood. There's people much worse off than me, but I wasn't a millionaire and I had a nice enough childhood. But I never had a lot of holidays and stuff like that. I never done all that. So I always think, actually, the materialistic things that you're talking about, if I died and Alba never had nothing, I'd feel okay knowing that she's had like the best of me. She's had all the memories, she's had all the love. She's, it'd be sad and unfortunate that I couldn't leave her a house and I couldn't leave her, money and things like that. But at the same time, if I died and I thought, you know what, she's got all the memories and all of this and all, she's got all the wisdom I could have been part on her. Actually, you know what, she'll be okay.
Yeah, she won't care about nothing like that. She just do with the thing there.
Exactly, yeah.
On the flip side, what I felt when I was saying about that hurricane, leaving a woman with 3 kids, financially not secure, for me the guilt was just like, I was in tears. I was like, what have I done? Like, and in my head, I need more time to look after them. If I don't make it through this, I can't look after them. That's all I want to do. That's what I found out. All I want to do is look after my family, and everything is meaningless. But I also, life still goes on, doesn't it? Although that you can say like, nothing means nothing. Or like, then go sit under that tree and just wait for rain to drink rain off the leaves and eat the grass. Life still goes on, doesn't it? So like, flip side to that coin, life is meaningless. Nothing matters apart from your family. You've also got the worries, haven't you?
Yeah, just real life stuff.
Yeah. What's going on? but I remember that, I was doing a weight session with me. I've got a stepson since he was 4. He's now 11. But my first baby was on the way. I remember the moment I felt life was changing. Like younger, and now I had a newfound hunger to train harder, knowing I've got kids to
provide for.
Yeah. Like he's asking the question. That's how I felt. I remember doing my last set, it was getting hard and it was just a pleasure to push right through, sweating, fucking thinking, no, I've got to do it for these as well now. And it was a nice feeling. That pressure to me feels nice that I have to succeed. Then I now have to succeed, but I can imagine it does eat a lot of people up as well. Yeah,
massively. Yeah, I find out with the motivational talks that I do. These big businesses, what makes people unhappy, I think, is that kind of fear that maybe they're not providing enough or they need to provide more, and they're kind of maybe chasing those financial goals to leave people a bit more secure.
Or they're not where they should be for that age or anything. I think that's a big one.
That's a mad shout, that isn't it, as well, like where you should be for that age. Cause
but it comes back to that age thing, doesn't it?
100%,
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the time as well, it does revolve around financial stuff with ages, especially.
I've said it to my dad, and like I say, I got pensioned off in the Marines, so I'm very fortunate in the sense that, again, I'm not a fucking millionaire, far from it, do you know what I mean? But I don't have to kind of have a 9 to 5, if you like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it gives me the flexibility to pursue the motivational speaking, to do a podcast and to, spend a lot of time with my little girl. And you realise that not everyone's in that fortunate position, sadly, do you know what I mean? And my dad kind of says that to me. I try and be all motivational to my dad. And my dad's like, it's fucking all right for you, you fucking you got your pension. And so I think for me anyway, I have to be careful sometimes of kind of banging the drum of anything's possible, and you can do that because it's easier for me.
Of course, when you was in Afghan, what was going on in your world right now was a totally different situation that was going on in my world. That way, what's happening for me, but it is what's happening in your eyes, really.
Yeah,
it's like everyone's. And what you follow on social media, that's what's going on. That's what you're seeing. That's what's going on. Maybe you feel less than because that's what's going on, but what you're seeing in your life, that is what's happening. Maybe you think the world's changed. It's not. It's just that you've changed.
Yeah. I think a massive big thing of unhappiness is all based on comparison. I think as soon as you start comparing yourself to other people,
you say that with a great line, don't you? About I think it's so true about when you're growing up.
Do you want to add it into your speeches?
I might do, yeah. I think he was even on the podcast, Tom Don't Me, the very first one, he just said, what, it's so true, when you're in school, you compare yourself like to all your mates in your class, don't you? Yeah. I used the best in footy. But now,
You've got 6 billion people to compare yourself to.
You look online and you look on Instagram, you're fucking comparing yourself with fucking everyone. Every single person in the world who's got Instagram, you're comparing yourself to. You know, 6 weeks holidays, you go and play footy, you take your top off because you're playing footy and you go, I've got the best six-pack here out of all the boys. Now you fucking look on your phone, you're feeling good about yourself and you go, fucking hell, I look nothing like these. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And same with, like, you could come home and you go, oh, you know what, I'm going to start renting this house. I've saved up enough rent, there's me deposit, going to rent this house. And you look online and it'll be like, oh, you know, the average age for a first time buyer is this, and you think, fucking hell, I'm only renting a place and I'm fucking this age. And you feel shit. Even though you've grafted and you feel great, that you've got your month's deposit ready to rent a house. You feel shit now.
Or even when a friend goes, oh, have you seen what car Steve's got? Like, oh, he's got a... Do you know what I mean? I don't fucking care about Steve, what his car is.
Fuck Steve and his car. Yeah.
But like, I think that all stems, like, a lot of people, like, I'm not really materialistic. Like, I don't really, like, the only thing I really like is a nice watch, but that's it. And I don't even have a nice watch. But I think a lot of the time is when you start, like, comparing yourself as soon as you start comparing yourself to other people, you've lost the game. I fucking lost my train of thought because I was going to say something else. But yeah, I've lost my train of thought. But
I find that I don't compare myself. I will not compare myself. Because I spent my whole childhood doing it. I was like, I've never been on holiday, going back to summer holidays, everyone's talking about where he went. I'm like, it's my turn next. What did I miss? He went down the Alban Dock. But I spent my whole childhood comparing what he's got and what he's got.
Yeah.
But now I just will not do it. I find it better. But what helped me not do that was finding a goal. So I know what I want. And it's not what everyone else wants. It's my own way. I want to go my own way, sort of thing. So that helped me not compare, having something to focus on rather than focus on what everyone else has got. But not everyone's got that either, have they? So
that was it. Yeah, a lot of the time, like, people, why do people get nice cars and that sort of thing? A lot of the time, like, they're trying to impress people that they don't even know, and also they don't even like. You know, like, a lot of the time you see people, you know, driving a nice car to maybe impress, I don't know, the driving down the height. Like, there was people when I was at university, there was people in Leeds, right, I kid you not, that they would hire a Ferrari for the weekend just to drive down. There's a place in Leeds called Call Lane where all the bars are, just to drive down there on a Friday night. For fucking what? To impress people who you'll never see again.
It's when I was out in Miami, it's the same. The Miami slip is just Ferrari after Ferrari. I've got one in green, you've got one in blue, but I'll rev louder than you. Stuck at the traffic lights, and that's just weird it is. It's meaningless, absolutely meaningless. You're walking down there, and then there's people with no shoes on walking, homeless people, and you're thinking it's just the imbalance. Everyone's trying to prove who they are. These people are trying to survive. It was just mad. Or social acceptance. It was horrible place for me to be.
Did you like Miami?
No,
not
at all. I love the boxing gym, because that's what I'm chasing, to get better, to improve. But anything else, the lifestyle, I'm not trying to get that. So it weren't nice for me, you know. It weren't nice to see that, all that ego and all that social acceptance and everyone in the pecking order, no one helping each other. So I've got a Ferrari, but you haven't got the brains to throw money out the window for this fella who's homeless. Do you know what I mean? You're revving past them, and it's like, where's the compassion? And it's just like they're just too far gone on that Ocean Drive, too far gone in that social acceptance and ego.
Social comparison.
Ego, yeah.
Crazy.
And that's what I said about, like, you kind of what you leave for your kids is this kind of nice Ferrari and stuff. If I can kind of impart the wisdom on my little girl to kind of, you know, tell her the stories of what Iraq and Afghanistan are like, and about, you know, what people have got fuck all, and, like, you know, how hard life can be, and give her those values that when she grows up she'll want to go and travel the world and go and see things, and she might want to fucking volunteer in Africa for fucking a year, and she wants to might go and do aid relief in Haiti, and I think if you can leave young people with that kind of mindset to go, actually, my goal shouldn't be to live in a mansion in Formby, it should be to fucking, Jazza's just won his fucking title there, and the first thing he thought of is get all the kids in the ring, let's try and inspire them and give them this, like, visualization that they can achieve it too. That's what young people should be aspiring to, rather than I want a fucking Ferrari when I'm older.
I think travelling is one of the best things you can do. Travelling opens you up so much. I found anyway. I don't know what you think about
100%, mate.
What's the travelling do for you? Because it changed my whole world.
I did like so 2014. I did like all the like Southeast Asia and that sort of thing, and just opened your eyes to like just new ways of thinking, I think.
Yeah.
And I remember going to Thailand, and like Thailand's like, you know, and they call it like the country of smiles or something like that.
Land of Smiles.
That's it. Yeah. And it's just about everything, like even how to do things differently. Just you know, and then it just opens your mind up to like, oh, I can. What's stopping me just fucking moving here and living here, or you know, that being able to do whatever you want. Without mind sounding cheesy, you can actually, when you start going about, you think, oh, I could fucking just live it. Why not just buy a house? I could just... Yeah. And also, I think when you're abroad as well, I feel like you just lose all the... I don't know, you become a lot more confident, I think. I feel like when I was in Mexico, I'll just go to the clear hello, or all the waiters like, hey boss. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm imagining
walking. You're just walking out your head.
Yeah, you don't fucking talk to anyone, do you? Yeah. Whether that's just because you're on holiday, but
the other day, so I was speaking Spanish and I was like trying to get in on it, but I was like, no, I'm in Liverpool.
I had a girlfriend, and she went travelling, and it's a short subject because we ended up splitting up because the distance was a hard thing, but. Her experience of travelling, she went travelling for 9 months around South America, and like I must admit, it was like amazing to see that it's that kind of thing. Like you ask the question, well, why not? Or if you want to go travelling and see the world for 6 months, most people will go, oh, I can't because of this. And if you just keep on prodding with that question, why can't you go?
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people can't because they've got jobs or kids or whatever, but if you're young, you know, if someone's maybe just coming out of university or 18, 19, 20, the biggest thing I'd go is, well, why not go to South America for 3 months? And they go, oh, well, you know, I know, but why don't you get a job and save up enough money and just go? I know, but I can't because why not?
Yeah.
And just keep saying, well, why not? When this girl went to South America, you know, and again, you only know what you know. Like, you don't know what you don't know. I love that saying. It's like, so I didn't know anything about travelling, and I'm asking all these questions. I'm going, what are you going to do in South America? And she's like, I'll just go and I'm just going to travel from here there, and I want to stay here, stay there. And I'm going, yeah, but how? Like, how? And I just could not get my head around it. And then I went over there. I spent a month out there, and in I'd done two weeks. I'd done 2 weeks in Colombia, a week in Buenos Aires, and a week in Rio de Janeiro. And you realise that there's hostels for fucking £2 a night. Yeah. And then, you know, you can work in a hostel and get your food free, and then you can do this. And
you just do, don't you?
You just do it, yeah. You just make it work.
In Miami with $26 in my pocket. $26 I landed, and $26 in Miami is like £9. And it was there for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
It's just fucking...
You just figure it out, don't you?
Just do.
And it gives you the confidence, doesn't it, to think I can make it. Like, if I'm making it here on fucking $26.
Yeah. And then halfway through the trip, someone offered to manage me, but they take 30% off you when you win a world title. So I could be living there now with my family. That was like, my family could be living in Miami Beach now, getting looked after, but everything I give to this point, no, I'm not selling my business out for that. I believe in myself. I believe in it. So no, thank you, but no thank you. I appreciate it. So money's not everything at all. Far from it, and
that's what I don't like, kind of saying I've got regrets and stuff, but knowing the experiences she had. She's done 9 months in South America. She went out to Thailand, Vietnam, just loads of travelling, like. And I wish when I was about 20, 21, 22,
you did it.
I wish I'd just went away for a couple of years, just went and seeing the world and
places, isn't it?
Because as much as I love,
mate, you can just fucking go.
Why not?
I can't now with Alba. But once Alba's old enough, like I say, I want to have that friendship relationship with her where I can go to her. You know, when she's 18, I want to go, right, come on, we're going travel for 6 months together. You know, and I will do it, 100% will do it with her when she's older. But that's the advice I'd give to young people. You know, just fucking go and see the world. And it's that thing. I love the saying. It's like, you know, people moaning about not being any good at poetry. It's because they've never tried to write poetry. You know, I'm not good at art. It's because you've never tried drawing. It's like, again, you don't know what you don't know. go to Thailand.
Every place got a different experience.
And try something. You could go to Thailand on holiday, try paddleboarding, and realise that, you're fucking good at paddleboarding in Thailand to the locals, and then you could just... And again, you start realising that, again, not everything's about money. So you could end up living in Thailand, getting paid a tenner a day, but fucking being the happiest person in the fucking world.
You don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
The world's best football player is probably out there who's never kicked the ball. And he's never he's never gone.
But he'd have that potential to you just don't know.
Like, where to go to, she loves Lanzarote and she'd go there every year, but I say, let's go somewhere different and get a different experience. Even if it's not as good as the place we know will be, it's worth the experience, new experience. I think everywhere has got a different experience.
Definitely.
I love travelling, boss.
Yeah.
I'd love to do the US, like go through like Route 66 and all that, and go through the whole of the US.
Yeah.
Just little towns and that sort of thing. That's on my. I need to do that. Fuck it, let's book it now.
Broadens your horizon massively. Like.
No, it really does.
There you go. And what's the so? Although we already know future world champion, so when are you going to be back in training?
Monday. I'm going to run home now. I've just been running and yoga because I have to lose that fitness again. Because I'm going to go into another fight in 10 weeks. I can't announce what's happening, but it will be big. So now I've got to just lose a bit of fitness because I can't go into, what would it be?
You can't go into
34 weeks of training with only 2 weeks off. I can't do that.
You'd be peaking too soon. And
I'll be in the same boat as last time. I peaked too soon last time, so I've got to just ease my way back in, dead slow for a few weeks and then pick it up because I'll already be fit. If my heart rate's at 40 now, it's not going to take long.
Do you have a fit? Do you wear a Fitbit or one of the? Yeah. And you can see all the stats, can't you?
Yeah. I enjoy the Fitbits and stuff like that. I like it. Tell you how many miles you run and stuff like that. I find you can just go anywhere and run home. Because I write everything down, how far I've run and all that. So you can just go anywhere and run home with one of them on.
Yeah.
Are you still writing down it? Or I presume you are. Everything that you've, all what you've done.
You're eating.
And you're eating, yeah.
Everything, yeah.
When people have come up to me and saying that they really enjoyed it, that's what a lot of people couldn't believe. They were like, I fucking can't believe he writes everything down when he's eating.
That's going in. 600 ml of Pepsi Max. 1 calorie. 500 ml.
Nice.
That's mad though that no disrespect, but like how many people say how bad like fucking fizzy drinks are and sugar and that sort of thing, and then like you just
when I was 12, my mate said to me, Martin, he was in like schoolboy champion. Everything he said, I hung off as everywhere because he was schoolboy champion. I wanted to be, and he said, don't drink fizzy drinks, they're bad for you. And so I stopped drinking them for like must have been over 10 years or something. From 13 to last year. What's that? 64 years. so I stopped drinking them, but I was drinking coffee every other drink.
Yeah.
So I thought I might as well just go on now, but I've only got 1 calorie. But they taste too nice for 1 calorie, don't they? Yeah. Every time I'm drinking them, I'm thinking, what's this doing to me? If it tastes that nice and there's only 1 calorie, I don't know what it's doing to me,
So mate, the hard work starts again already. It feels like you've just stopped the hard work and it's going to start again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting back in the gym now. I'm looking forward to being back in the gym, and this is exciting news what I've got coming soon, so I'm looking forward to it, really am. It could be life changing for my family. So
I think I might have asked this question, apologies for repeating myself if I did, but will there ever be a point where so let's say like, because it's always money that sort of tend to change people, is money starts rolling in, do you then think, right, this is getting a bit scary, I might start getting a little bit too comfortable here, I might start...
When I see him in his Ferrari, I'll be like, Jazza, you've gone too far.
Yeah. And then we're playing this back.
You've changed, Jazza, you've changed.
When I was getting a car the other day, and my advice to him was like, get the worst car you can get. It's your first car, it's for the gym and back, get the worst car you can get. You won't... Anything other than the worst car you can get, what works would be social acceptance. It would be trying to please anyone else because you're just behind the wheel getting to where you want to go. So it's the same thing either with a Ferrari or whatever, innit? Our Granada estate. Remember the size of this the big long ones? Like a limo. Either one does the same job, so that's what.
But is there a point at what Tom's saying there? Is there a point where you think you'd be like, right, it's I'm all right now type thing, or?
I don't know.
Don't know. Yeah,
I don't
fair
know.
enough.
I've never.
It's a hard question, I guess, isn't it?
That
Yeah.
opinion, I don't know.
Until you're there, yeah. I think like Mayweather, he's very showy offy, isn't he? I don't know whether that because that like. He's got a chip on his shoulder and he's like wanting to prove something of where he's come from and stuff like that, or is it to make people think that you can do anything you want, like you can earn whatever amount you want if you really want it?
He's a businessman as well. He's got a business. He sells fighting clothes and he's got products. So every time he pops up with a picture, what everyone's talking about, everyone's slagging him, giving him slack over there. So every time he does that, it generates views on his profile. Therefore, me fella's birthday next week, he loves Mayweather. I'll get him a Mayweather cap.
Yeah.
Every time he pops up, it generates more income, doesn't it? That's one reason why he would do it. The other reason is because he's probably been living the last 20 years of his life getting pats on the back, and all of a sudden stopped because he's irrelevant no more, and he was only a boxer. I mean, that'd be a sad thing, wouldn't it? You're only a boxer. You're only a world champion. You're gone. You're finished.
You know what, mate? Totally not as fucking great as saying you're a world champion, but I remember, right, when I was in the Marines, this was before I'd even got blown up, and I loved being a Royal Marine more than anything. It's fucking amazing to say I was a Royal Marine Commando. But one thing scared me, and it was a guy who was retiring after 22 years, and he was so proud of being a Royal Marine, which is great, and so you should be. But his big thing that he was kind of clung on to was his service number and his rank. And as great as that was, he was like a sergeant major in the Marines, and he had this service number, which meant he'd obviously done 22 years. But then in the outside world, it's like, it's that thing, well, alright, yeah, you were a Marine, but it's
What are you now?
Yeah, well, it's that thing, and it scared me, but I was thinking, fucking hell, like, what is the after the thing, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's fantastic as Mayweather is, it's like you say, he's a young man still.
So important not to forget that you're just the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
It's so important, because it's you who's going to feel the negatives when the pats on the back stop coming in. It's you who's going to feel that resentment when no one cares about you no more.
Yeah, that void, yeah.
Why is no one telling me well done, champ? Why does no one care? Doesn't know you anyway. They didn't care. You know what I mean? Just
maybe that's why child actors get fucked up, because they get patted on the back and get so much praise.
So possibly, I've heard Ricky Hatton talk about it in a really sad interview, and he says, like, best feeling of his life was when he fought in the Manchester Arena, and he comes out, it's fucking like 50,000 Manx singing "We All Walk in a Hatton Wonderland," and he wins, and it's like, wow. But then now he's never ever going to get 50,000 people saying how amazing he is again, and that kind of, not fall from grace is maybe the wrong term, but that kind of, just like, it must be fucking hard, like, to know one day I'm just walking down the street and no one's really that arsed about me no more. But at one point, every man and his dog in Manchester tried to get a ticket and was singing my name and buying me a pint and saying, "Oh, Ricky, can I have a..." And now it's like, you might still get that, but
it's sad, isn't it?
It's sad, isn't it? And there's no right or wrong in it, because that's just the way life goes on, doesn't it? But it is sad to think, like, fucking, I don't know what I'm trying to get at, what point I'm making, but it's just
sad, isn't it? It's sad.
Yeah.
Sad, isn't it?
It's fucking hard.
Sad, isn't it?
It's just like when someone loses the weight, isn't it? Like, and that's why you can see when people maybe go to drink or drugs or whatever, and because you've lost that weight, and you know you're never going to get back again.
Yeah, that's not your value, is it? That belt is not your value.
No.
It's important, I think, to know that your value was who you are, without it or with it, or...
Yeah.
Whether you got a million.
It's the same, innit? Your value's the same.
Same when people retire. Like just, I'm not just talking retire at sports, but I mean like retire in normal life when they've finished. They've worked at, I don't know, Tesco for 50 years of their life or wherever, they've done the service, and then suddenly the next day they're sat in the kitchen in the morning and it's 10 o'clock and they're meant to be in work, but like what do
you see with couples, a lot of couples will get divorced when the kids hit 18, because they've maybe been together and then the kids have gone off and they've kind of done the job.
Yeah.
And then it's like they maybe go, actually, we don't really love each other anymore, or we've not got that much in common, and they end up maybe splitting up. But it's like their value and their role has been to bring up these kids and do the job as best as they can. The kids have grown up into great young adults, flown the nest.
Yeah.
And then it's like you're looking at your missus thinking, fuck hell, you've changed.
I used to hear my alpha saying to me, mad, the day he's 16. The day I was 16, he went the wrong way.
Really?
For years, like what you're saying, yeah. It's right, isn't it?
And I think it's a noble thing to do, isn't it, as parents? Like, it's a, if you can do it and still have, like, a success bringing the kids up. But I've heard loads of people, like that's what you value, that's what your role is, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
We all need one, don't we? We do all need one, don't we?
It's mad, really, isn't it? Like, if you think of all, what does a dog need?
Yeah. I look at dogs and think,
like, they don't have a role really. But they seem to just fucking happy as Larry, chilling, fucking going deep here.
No, I do sometimes look at the dog and the cat and think, imagine life like that.
Yeah.
How simple and happy would you be? When I come home now, me and Albert go to the park for half an hour, the dog would be fucking made up. He's like, had the best day ever, and he's like,
yeah, I had the best day ever every day. The dog says to
me. It's been a pleasure as always, mate, and no doubt we'll have you on again when you've got the big news to announce. And it was special again. Big thanks to Liverpool One for the Summer of Champions. It was great to have a champion on the podcast. Don't forget to get down to Shavas or Shavas Park, whatever you want to call it, on the 2nd of August for James Dixon. What are the other dates, Tom, there? 5th of August for Dan Purvis. 8th of August for Natasha Jonas. And the 16th for myself. And come up with your celebrations as well. If you want to win £1,000, you must know about Jazz as well, the sports clubs, how important it is.
Yeah, I'll put that onto my social media as well for all the boxing clubs about. And
it's £1,000, £21,000. That can be for your boxing club, your netball club, your football club, your rugby club, to go towards fees and new kits maybe, and kit and equipment, whatever it may be. Get your celebrations in.
100%. Yeah, it's not just simple, just enter, is it? You got to get involved, which is good. 20 Gs. Liverpool One are dropping 20 Gs. They're not here to fuck about, Liverpool One.
MasterChef as well. My birds asked me, I've never watched MasterChef.
Don't watch it.
But my birds never missed an episode. She said, they were saying it comes out here, she's saying, where is the MasterChef?
It's going to be early September, I think. But mate, don't hold high hopes. That's all I'm saying.
We did an episode, was it last week, about it?
Yeah.
About all this shit. Andy was getting on Twitter.
You say about Twitter, oh yeah. Again, like, you're more famous than me, but even me, I was getting called a little nobody. I was like, there's a fucking Wolverine Commando, world fastest man in the world, and I've come to a fucking, who the fuck's this Nomark? People, I was like,
your self-worth go right out.
That comparison thing again that we're talking about, I was like, fucking hell.
You don't care though, do you, about what people...
I can say, mate, I said to you last time, like off air as well, like I feel I've got a very similar mindset to you in yourself. Nowhere near as strong as you are and as dedicated, but
I could say the same.
That kind of mindset, mate, I see a lot of myself in the way you talk and the way you act, which is, I feel humbled and grateful that, I can kind of call you a mate now and see a lot of myself in you. So a bit like you, when I was getting that shit on Twitter, I was like, this is fucking mad, this, do you know what I mean?
Now you know you're doing well because you're getting bad messages.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Oh, but yeah, thank you so much, mate. I really do wish, like, I mean this as well, like, I really do wish sometimes I had that, the fucking drive that you've got.
Yeah, the discipline, I think.
Yeah, 100%. If I think... If in my workplace, if I could have the discipline that you've got, I'd be fucking driving the Ferrari. No, but like, I think a lot of people, imagine if we all, and this is people who work in offices or whatever aim there, like had that, fuck it, let's get it, whether it's working in an office or not, but getting into the office at 5 a.m, and just like fucking hammer, no constant like discipline all day, not like standing by the water cooler talking to fucking Susan from accounts about what Steve has done it. Do you know what I mean? Like that. And it doesn't just relate to be it working in an office, but
it is, mate. Again, I'll end up going down a rabbit hole and going on about it again. But it is that mindset you see on like Instagram or something. I seen the day like a meme, and it said, if you have a shit in work, if you go to work and have your morning poo in work rather than at home, and it takes 10 minutes or something to have a poo, whatever. And then over the year, it was like it was like you could have then basically had like 3 days not doing your work at your desk, because it would have equated to like 3 days on the pod. And it's like,
getting paid to have a shit.
why are you like, why
clutching our stores,
do you know what I mean? I'm like, why are you working out that much that you hate your job that much that you want to try and focus that energy of, instead of wasting 10 minutes a day having a shit, put it into fucking being good at your job. And maybe
passion and drive comes with something that you love too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So yeah, on that note, nice one, Jazza.
Thank you, lads.
Thank you so much, mate. Anything you want? Anything you want to plug?
No.
Any hats or anything you want to sell? Or
Nothing.
The Jazza, you said, didn't you? You've got to, can't talk about it now, but you got some big news. So yeah, if you're not following Jazza on Instagram, do it. Not just because he's got big news coming in hopefully the next few weeks, but he's just fucking hilarious, and I'll give you a perk you up for the day. I know it has done for me anyway. So
I'll wait for those. The Mastiff. Fuck off.
Cheers, boys.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, and just before, just so I don't get in trouble, I know we talked about it a second ago, but 3 things Liverpool One are doing. So obviously the overall overarching thing is Summer of Champions, and they've got a free program of activities on Chivas Park for all people to enjoy. So if you've got kids, then it's a perfect way if you're struggling for them to find something to do, then take them down. Obviously, we've mentioned the 20,000 giveaway, and to enter that, if you're a sports club, children's sports club, then you can win a share of 20 G's. So go to liverpool-one.com for that, and then also, as we mentioned again, meet a champion. And then this week on the 2nd, James Dixon, we've mentioned 12 till 4 p.m. Dan Purvis, 5th of August, Chivas Park, 12 till 2 p.m. Natasha Jonas, 8th of August at Waterstones, 3 to 4 p.m. and the 9th of August at Chivas Park, 12 to 4 p.m. And then on the 16th, Andy Grant.
Looking forward to it.
Fucking belting. Cheers, mate.